Hey, hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm in the middle of exercising actually. So I picked up this beautiful spot here with a little bit of the animals here to do this short video for you as an update, guys, because actually this week around these days I had been planning, and I did tell you so as well in my previous videos. I had been planning to basically leave in May and go away, and I am not gonna do so, and I'm gonna explain you. I have a very good reason actually why, and that reason consists of multiple layers of research, some done by others and some done by me. I have shared it recently. I think it's still the previous video. I do recommend you to check that video out. It's actually very important research, and it's not just my opinion. Also Mark watched it, and also actually he retweeted me saying that great work. So the research is basically about what is the most probable, what is the most likely equity path for 2025, okay? And I have analyzed it from three perspectives. First perspective was done by Bitcoin Data 21, and he researched what is the average monthly performance when the following year after significant all-time highs in the equities. Then I think it's from Bloomberg, the research that what is the most average, or what is the most likely S&P 500 performance during the year in which the Republicans take over Democrats. Okay, and then I have done my own research just recently, just a few days ago actually, when I explored what is the most average monthly performance of the S&P 500 the year following two back-to-back 20% plus years, okay? Because the previous 2 years, 2023, 2024, were plus 20% and annual returns plus 20%. And actually there have not been that many years, that many of these cases. This is the sixth case in a century, okay, in over 100 years of history that I checked. So this is only the sixth case, okay? So basically, and all of this, I layered all of these three researches on top of one another, and what I got was pretty decisive results. Basically all of them have been saying that this year is supposed to end up negative, but there is supposed to be a very strong rally in the summer, peaking around the middle of the year, peaking in mid to late summer, okay? So basically August, you could say, around August. Could be even early August, hard to say, but somewhere there. So that is the scenario I'm gonna be betting on. That's why I am not leaving, selling in May and going away. And besides, also I've been already invalidated. That's what also tempted me, that's what pushed me to research further, because I did not see this rally to go this high, okay, for all of the risk ons, okay, for Bitcoin, for basically for everything. So what's gonna be happening from now until the peak that I see around the middle of the summer? What's gonna be happening? So I see two possible paths forward. One which is much more likely to me, or more rational, which is basically what the research basically shows, and that should be that we have already rebound super strong. We already V-shaped, because S&P is back in 45 days. It basically closed back up. All the dump is back. It's deleted. We are basically back to basically all-time highs for the S&P 500. So this is a V-shape already as we speak, and the most likely to me is that we should have now a little bit of some kind of a pullback for about 3 weeks, and that pullback also needs to happen for crypto, needs to happen for Bitcoin, and for S&P 500, Tesla too probably. So and then after that we come back and go actually higher, but probably not that much higher, okay? I am also yet to release the second part of my presentation about bearish arguments, and as you are going to see, I have a big problem there with one retail crowd that is basically all about Bitcoin parabolic right now. So I don't think we should actually be parabolic. But this is only one of the cases. The second case, however, is that we are going to be parabolic until the summer, until the midsummer. In which case, significant all-time highs for Bitcoin, significant all-time highs for S&P 500, 6,500 S&P 500, up to 7,000. Okay, that's the more extreme case. And this case I only see coming if the Ukraine is actually, if the Ukraine war stops, because I think that could be euphoric news. That could be very euphoric news. Okay, so that is also an option. But I believe that would have, or that could have, very negative implications on 2026, because basically, like, don't get me wrong, but if we go to 7,000 in the summer of this year, and we were 4,800 in April, okay, so you just can't do this normally. Like, S&P 500 is a really heavy index. So much capitalization in it. So if it was to move in only a few months' time, what is it, 50% or close to 50% from 4,800 to 7,000? That's close to 50%. So if you move close to 50% in only a few months' time, don't get me wrong, but this does look to me like this would be a blow off top on a very macro scale. So I would be actually then worried in a macro way. But anyway, let's see what happens. Also, let's see what the new news from the Ukraine will be this week, next week. It's all actually lots of optimism. So yeah, enjoy. Those of you, of course, who are exposed, but the majority, I'm very sure that you are, and we are, I should say. I am also looking to add. So not only that I'm not selling in May and going away, but I'm looking to add. But I really want a pullback to add. It feels very wrong just to add after such a relentless upside. So yeah, talk to you again, and I'm going to soon release the second part of my presentation.